The NDCFI Forum, the Nationally Determined Contributions Financing Initiative, brought together the partners who are working towards climate change adaptation and climate change mitigation. And we know that conserving biodiversity is a very important part in that fight to mitigate climate change. And so biospace is a part of the initiative because our whole role is to manage how we are able to use these coastal resources and how we manage them. We know marine ecosystems such as mangroves and seagrass beds are able to store vast amounts of carbon dioxide, which would help in the fight against climate change and greenhouse gases and global warming. And so it's important for biodiversity to be part of that conversation because we can really leverage our coastal advantage to be able to adapt to climate change. Having the partners in the room, it's really important for people to be able to have these conversations and also to see the impacts that climate change is having on us in terms of tourism, in terms of education, business, the cost of goods and services and travel and so forth. And so it's coming home to us that climate change is something that affects all sectors really, including biodiversity. And so biodiversity is now taking a step towards fighting climate change.
NDCFI is, for us, a very valuable way of connecting directly with the regions. So climate policy coming from Bonn is very often very high level. We're talking about the broader issues, but the NDCFI is a vehicle to translate that into concrete action here in the region. And not only at government level, but bringing together all different stakeholders. So that actually is a real added value and benefit of having these kind of forums or meetings. So I was here 4 years ago when there was the first forum, and the discussion was very high level. It was more conceptual about what are we going to do, how are we going to do that. And now, only 4 years later, and COVID in between, we have a very concrete discussion on how to integrate climate change into everyday aspects of development, bringing in stakeholders, bringing in local communities, and that is clearly like a very, very steep learning curve. And if we continue that road, I'm very much looking forward to the next version of this.